buns. Hopefully you had a good weekend and that your holiday was a great time with your loved ones, or you got to be able to rest and have peace of mind. It's Monday morning and I'm just doing a quick video because I'm leaving from my uncle's to head home. I'm still debating on if I'm gonna go in for the day or not. And everything, it is very cold and chilly this morning, and hence why I'm still in my pajamas, because even if I did want to go to work this morning right now, I didn't bring any clothes to prepare for that, so I would still have to head home, take a shower, and get in clothes. Okay, so hopefully you guys had a good night's sleep. Like I said, you had a great holiday weekend, great holiday itself. It was raining all weekend long here. I mean, like, no joke. It was not letting up for anything. Okay, I'm gonna have to change this temperature because it is fogging up my windows and I can't see. Okay, so I have to, well, not too warm, so I can be able to see and drive. Okay. But yeah, my uncle and I, we had a good holiday meal. We had, of course, you know, mushrooms, like the oyster mushrooms. We had the oyster mushrooms, we had purple cabbage, we had dressing, macaroni and cheese, greens, and biscuits. That is what we had for Thanksgiving. Because, you know, I don't eat meat. Even though I tell my uncle that, like I told you before, he has onset early dementia. So, even though I tell him, like, when he's asking me, you know, there's some sausage or hot dogs in there, you know, you can, if you want to make those to eat, because when I asked him what does he want to eat, he was like, oh, I don't know, whatever you want to make. And he's like, there's sausage and hot dogs in there, and chicken, and he was like, you know, whichever one that you want to make. He said, you want to eat that? And I'd be like, I don't eat meat. And, but he'll come back again and ask me, so you gonna eat? You gonna cook? Because I ain't really eat this this holiday weekend, all besides Thursday. I've been eating basically once a day, and like snacking on peanuts, chips, cookies. What have I been eating on? Chips, cookies, salad, like once, you know, grilled cheese sandwich, you know, eating a meal once a day. It's just, I hadn't really had an appetite and everything, so that's for me. You know, I know why, because, you know, even though you guys be like, TMI, normally time, you just snack. At least I do. I snack, and I might eat once a day. You know, drink my water, drink my juice, have some sparkling water or some soda, whichever one it is. I'm not gonna lie about it, and I ain't got no shame in it. That's what I do. So, with that in mind, I didn't really eat, but I made sure that he ate, or my cousin bought over holiday food for him as well, because she bought over some turkey for him, some ham. She made mac and cheese as well. She had cabbage as well. Even though we had purple cabbage, she had regular cabbage. for him, you know, like the traditional holiday meal. And I had already told her that, you know, I really don't do holiday meals. I really don't, you know, cook the holiday meals. I said even before I gave up meat, I didn't really cook holiday meals. I would always cook something else. I would always want something else, you know, like Christmas time. I like tamales, enchiladas. I don't know why that is. It's something I picked up from California. That is no joke. On the holidays, you know, I want tamales. I want, you know, Mexican food. You know, or what else have we done for the holidays before my grandmother passed? We would besides tamales, we used to make oxtails. We would either have barbecue or fish fry, but we were starting to do like different things for when it came down to our holiday meals. Maybe you guys can say exactly what you do for your holiday meals, right? And that's what I started getting used to, because I just did not want the regular turkey. I stopped eating, you know, I really was not a fan of ham. It was just something about it, it just would be salty over time. And I just was like, I just can't do this. Like, if I had a taste for ham, it was rare. You hear me? Rare that I would have a taste that I would say, I want some ham, or I'll eat a little ham. And if I ate some, it was a little. I mean, like, 1 or 2 slices of ham, that's it. And I'll be like, I'm good. I ain't want nothing else beyond that point. So it was, for me, it was no use for me, or no benefit for me to buy ham for the holidays or make, right? Now, my grandmother, sure, because people would come over. But over time, we stopped, you know, going so much to my grandmother's house, because most of the time I would be at work. And if I wasn't at work, then I would be at home trying to rest. So, a lot of things that, you know, for the holidays, I just don't partake in anymore. Festivities and everything else, decorations, whatnot. I'm just not. I don't have nothing against it, you know, to each his own. Decorate, fa la la la, like live it up. I'm not mad at you, right? Enjoy yourself and celebrate what you like, what makes you feel good. I'm not knocking you, but for myself, no. So, you know, I pray that during this time, you know, because a lot of things happen usually, or it's heightened, brought, you know, more prevalent and brought more insight on, or the spotlight is on, is because it's the holidays, it's, you know, traveling time. So you guys try to, I'm like, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, seriously, try to be safe. You know, get where you're going to and from, if that's home, work, your choice of destination. Like I always say, safe and sound in one piece, no hassle, fuss, trouble, problems, and misunderstandings, no meet and greets. Just, you know, get where you need to go. But for me, I'm going home right now. But I want to at least do a quick video. Because I haven't done one. Excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. I haven't done one since Wednesday morning. Oh, that was what we were talking about on Wednesday morning. Okay. We were talking about an eczema. And how one moment everything would be fine, the next minute it wasn't. You know, one moment they want to be together, want to see me, and, you know, be in a relationship, and then the next minute he didn't want to. Like, I only met a few of his friends. I met his mother, but that didn't, like I said, just because you meet these people doesn't mean anything, right? Even though we were talking about, you know, marriage and children, it didn't go any further to talk. So I just had a hard time during that relationship. My weight fluctuated, which it already fluctuated as it is, but I just was very much stressed underneath that particular relationship. And it was like on and off for like 5 years of dealing with this particular person that I chose to deal with, that I chose to be around, and I chose to give my time, energy, heart to. So in the end, as stressful as it was, as much as I cried, as much as I felt like my heart was aching and hurting, and I felt sad and lonely from time to time, it was not a good fix for me. It was not what should have been. I should have been putting my time into. It just made me withdraw and figure out, like, okay, like they say, if you're going through some predicaments that seem familiar when you're in certain relationships, you need to reflect, not on them, but on yourself, and figure out what made you choose this person. What made you choose this in your life? Like, okay, he made you laugh. That's great. How long did that last? He said a nice thing to you. That's great. How long did that last? You know, he took you out. That's great. How long did that last? You know, you know, went places. Well, I'm sorry. We didn't really go to too many places. Like I said, the basketball game we went to because I had the tickets. Going out to eat, it really just depends. And I don't know. This is what my mom has always told me. Watch who initiates what. And he never, that I can think of. Maybe he did, but I can't think of a time that he ever called and said, hey, you know, if you're not busy this on a particular day, we'll go out and do such and such. No. He wasn't a planner. He wasn't a type to be like, okay, to do that, right? Like, I wanted to, now he did show me like his hobbies of what he likes to do. From going fishing, you know, working on, he had I think it was a Camaro that he was having done work on because he likes the auto shows and whatnot. And that's what he does, that, like, enters his car into auto shows and stuff. But beyond that, I can't say that I was really that engulfed in what he did or what he liked. And it wasn't a lot of talk. Like, if I wanted to talk, you know, that wasn't the thing for him. And he'll rather text you than call you. And I was the type of person, like, if I'm in a relationship with you, I don't think that, you know, you texting me is a form of valid communication in a relationship. Now, that's cool if you want to see, you're like, hey, what you doing? Send you a quick text or whatever it is. Got this going on, I'll call you later, right? Somewhere within the day, you're going to talk on the phone. No. So, I just don't really think that, at least not for me, not with me, that I think the ideal was there for him, but I wasn't fitting into the picture in which he thought things should go, and he wasn't fitting into the picture of how I thought things should go. So it wasn't a good fit. No, like when they say you're trying to fit a square piece in a round hole, that was it. That was the situation. That was the situation. And so, like I said, it made me step back and reflect, like, you need to stop doing this. You know, you want people to be a certain way, or a guy to do certain things, and that might not be in them. That might not be their makeup. Same way they might be looking at me, or you, or whoever, like, they're looking for certain things and to fall in line for something that's conducive for their life, that, you know, kind of smooth and doesn't have any hiccups to it. Nothing like really too heavy. And once somebody starts to talk to me crazy, you know, you get like temper, you like angry real quick. I don't deal. I won't deal. I can't be in that type of situation. Because the only thing it does is click for me is that you can possibly go off and try to beat my ass. So abusive relationships, I don't do. I've not been in, and when I see someone getting a temper like that, and it's to me it's a frightening situation. I'll be like, this is not me. I do not want this in my life. I don't need this in my life. I don't need someone talking to me crazy. Not that he ever cussed me out or anything like that. I have not been in a relationship with somebody that sit up there and actually, you know, cuss me out, calling me all type of names, anything like that. I mean, like, you know, they get to yelling and screaming at you. Like, I'm like, my mother and father at home. If I'm not yelling and screaming at you, you should not be yelling and screaming at me at all. You know, there's certain ways that they would talk to you or be demeaning, or if somebody tried to, you know, one relationship, guy I was dating, and we were leaving for the movies, and I didn't want to do, like, he went to movie hop, like from movie to movie, and I didn't want to do all that. I just, you know, want to go see a movie, you know, be cool, chill out, go back home, maybe get something to eat, and just relax. And when I didn't want to do that, and I was like, you know, just take me home or take me back to my car, because I drove over to his house. And in the parking lot, headed back, he said, snatched my arm. It's like, where you going with your, oh, no, kids don't do that. I don't do that. No. Don't put your hands on me like that. Don't, because, like I said, it triggers certain things for me. You know, like I kid you not, it's not cool for me. I watched my mom's second husband. This man, like I told y'all before, was in my eyes and in my brother and sister's eyes, an evil son of a bitch. Excuse my language, but it was. We couldn't enjoy ourselves. We couldn't go out really. Certain programs on TV, if we were enjoying ourselves and laughing, he would come out the room, come sit in the living room, and like change the channel. Like we're watching that, knowing there's a TV in my mom in his room, and that's where he was watching television. All of a sudden, we're laughing and enjoying ourselves. He comes out the room and wants to come sit in the living room and change the channel, and like we couldn't go anywhere. If we were somewhere, we couldn't be there no more than 30 minutes or an hour. I mean, he was just like an ass. You know, our lives were fucking miserable. And this is the man that my mom chose. And so that's why I say certain things trigger me. You know, him and my mom fighting and arguing, or him trying to slam my mom against the wall and shit. And that shit is not fucking cool. Not at all. And I never, ever want that in my life. Never ever want to invite that in my life to think that's normal. It's not for me. So when you get to yelling and screaming and talking to me crazy, you know, I can't deal with you. I gotta go. You got to exit my life real quick. On 0 seconds. I ain't got no 0.2, no 0.10. No, I ain't got no time for you. I will sit up there and just go. You don't have to be bothered, because if I have to tell you, like, a guy friend of mine, and he's always had a temper since I've known him, but we were just friends, never in a relationship. So, you know, the more that I spent time with him a few years ago, you know, because he would send for me a ticket, and I would come out there, like go home to Cali, and I would see my family and friends, and I would see him, and I would spend the majority of the time with him because he sent me the ticket, right? And I've been knowing him for, like, Lord have mercy, almost 20 years, right? Almost 20 years. And it just seemed like his, you know, even before I left Cali to come back out here to Texas, it just seemed like he was getting an attitude, or, you know, like, get like really mad. And, you know, he would say certain shit, and I just was like, fuck. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with, you know, you just wanting to talk to me however you want to, and, you know, cussing at me and all that shit. And I was like, excuse my language again, but that was not my cup of tea. That's not my cup of tea. I was like, I can't. So when he was going back to that as of recent, a few years ago, probably no more than like a year ago, and could be more than a year ago. I don't think it's been quite 2 years, but you know, he would be drinking, and then he'll get to cussing at you, then he'll be all up in your face, and I'm looking like, and I done told him too many times and several times, stop talking to me like that, stop treating me like that, you know, I don't like that. And last time was the last straw, like, because he had to come pick me up from my mom's house so that he can take me to the airport the next day, right? And that was a whole bunch of, like, mess. And, you know, about the traffic. You see all these red dots and stuff that's on the TV? That's traffic. And be in traffic for almost 2 fucking hours, and this, I mean, he's just like going off on me over traffic. Something that I can't control. I have no range and no control over, right? Neither does he. But now I'm the reason that we gotta be in traffic, or he has to drive, and he's upset. That's not, you know, and then on top of that, he had been drinking. And then driving like a bat out of hell from lane to lane. And I was like, I don't want this. I don't want this in my life. I can't do this anymore. And, you know, this is not cool. We might be friends. We might have been friends with benefits from time to time. But I was like, I can't do this. Why are y'all in the street? For real. They standing in the street now. Now the shoulder of the street are cars, right? So it's only one lane that you can go down the street. But they're standing in the street next to their cars, but not next to their cars. More or less within the lane that there's only one lane to travel down. So, sorry y'all, back to the story. You know, he's going from lane to lane, speeding, swerving. And I was like, oh my fucking God. And he's yelling and screaming. He's somebody he has to go by his job real quick, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, well, I'm the type of person, if you're going to be in there more than the time that you say, I'm just going to go ahead and turn your vehicle off, because he left the vehicle running. And I went ahead and turned the vehicle off, because I didn't want his car to be running. Because it went past the, you know, 5-10 minutes he said he would be in there, right? And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just turn it off and save his gas. I don't have to worry about it. And we made it here to the house, y'all. Hold on, because I got to open the gate. Okay, I'm back. So, I turned the car off. And he comes out, I want to say maybe another 10, 15 minutes later, right? Now, mind you, he's already been drinking a little bit. I don't know exactly how much, but I know he's been drinking. And he was like, why you turn the car off? And I told him, why? What the fuck? I mean, like, start to go off on me. You know, excuse my language. You know, that's the shit. I'm talking about this, that, and the third. I was like, who are you talking to? And why are you talking to me like this? Like, you need to stop. And I was just so pissed off, mad, and upset. So I just sat there and I was quiet for the rest of the drive to his house, right? And when we got there, I kid y'all not, if I could have called anybody else to come get me and stay at their house and take me to the airport the next morning, I would have. And I didn't have that option. And I didn't rent a car or anything else like that because I depended on him. And so when he took me to the shuttle ride so that I can be able to take me from the shuttle to the airport. And I told him then, and I'm sitting there crying because I'm really upset because I was not talking to him the whole time after that. And I was like, you know, the way you treated me and talked to me was so disrespectful, so wrong. And I said, I've told you several times to stop talking to me like that. Stop treating me like that. And he would just be like, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I said, but you always saying that as of lately. You've been saying that as of lately after you do stuff like this. And that's not cool. And I'm still standing there crying, right? And he's like, you know, I'm sorry, and this, that, and the third. And I just like, I just can't. I can't deal with this. And so I think it was a few months later, I had called him or texted him and told him, hey, I'm in a situation in a bind. Can you help me pay this bill real quick? And he went off on me then. What the F are you doing with your money? This don't make any sense. You how old? And, you know, like if I didn't help you out right now, who will be helping you and stuff like that. But he's the one that's always said, well, if you're messing around with a dude or something like that, that the dude should be able to help you when it comes down to your bills or whatever it is. But as soon as I asked him that, because I really don't ask him for anything, that was a problem. And I don't know if he was going through something at the time or he was just tired of, you know, of doing things for me. I don't really know. And I haven't sat down and talked to him about that situation since then. Like I said, it's been about maybe a year. I don't think it's been 2 years. But after that certain incident, he helped me with that. And he was like, I want my money back. I said, okay. So I gave, after I paid the bill, and as soon as I had the money, I gave it back to him. And told him, thank you. I appreciate everything that you ever done for me. And for being there for me when you were. And I put that in the message when I Zelled him back his money. And that was it. And I forgot, he sent me a text message a while back. I don't know if it was a holiday or for my birthday. I don't think it was for my birthday. I think it was a holiday situation or something. And I just did not respond. I did not respond because I was tired of being talked to in the manner which he chose was okay to talk to me in. Or treat me how he was. And I was like, I'm cool. You know, I'm cool. Even though if I thought it could go somewhere or take our friendship past to what it was, I was cool. I was straight up cool. You know, and he would always say, well, you just trying to, you know, use me, trying to get what you can get out of me. I was like, are you serious? I've known you for how long? And you're saying that I'm trying to use you? Like, seriously? I've known you for like almost 20 years, for real. And I was like, but the thing is, he knew he was an ass. He knew he would act an ass. You know, and he would tell you that. Now, I didn't know this in the beginning when I first met him. I learned this over time. But, you know, even if you bring that to his attention, he'd be like, yeah, a lot of people tell me that. Yeah, I heard that. But it was not something that he was willing to adjust, work on, or, you know, alter. There wasn't. So, lesson learned from me. Like I said, I done made it here to the house. So in a way, it's kind of made me leery when men approach me or want to talk to me. And I don't put everybody in the same box. Let me start there. I don't put everybody in the same box. Anybody who approaches me and wants to talk to me, I take them for as is of who they are at that particular time and moment. When certain things start to happen, that's when they fall in boxes. But they don't be in a box in the beginning because they're not the person or whoever it is I dealt with in the past. So I don't do that. I'll take you at your word for you or who you are or who you say you are as I'm dealing with you. And the moment that it changes from you not being of how you say you are as a constructed person, like your core, almost like people like giving you their representative when they meet you instead of just being themselves. If you're an ass, be an ass. Give that person their choice and opportunity to say, oh, I can deal with you, I can't. But people don't do that. They try to put their best foot forward and give you the representative for an interview. I don't want that. If you're an ass, be an ass. If you're a nice guy, you're a nice guy. You're a cool dude, you're a cool dude. But don't take someone's option away from them because you are scared that they won't be around or be in that time, space, or whatever it is that you're looking for, right? For me, myself, honestly, what you see is what you get. And when it comes down to dating, I have drawn back from not so much of talking about myself and everything. I more or less try to see what they say. What are they talking about? Are they, you know, a talker or not? You know, will they share things with you or not? And, you know, trying to see exactly where their head is and where they're going. Because you might be on different levels. And you just come across different people. And some of them are just cool folks. Or you find yourself in a relationship with people that you never thought you would be in a relationship with. Like they were not your type or anything like that, but they were just cool people. But somehow or another you just drew apart. And then that may have been time, space, and opportunity, whatever it might have been, but you just were not meant to be in a relationship for a long time. So you will have people come in your life for a season, reason, and a lifetime. Figure out which one that is. But don't try to put a square peg, object, whatever. Excuse me. Don't try to put a square in a circle. Stop that. And I had to learn to stop doing that. I had to catch myself recently that I was trying to do that over a guy I had started talking to, or kind of sort of started talking to. Man, I was trying to figure out, okay, well, when are we gonna, you know, go out, do things, and, you know, asking or hinting, and I, you know, I had to stop because I was like, you know, if this person is really interested in you, they'll call you, they'll invite you out, they'll want to do things. I don't have to ask or hint around or anything like that. They don't have the time of day, stop giving it. You know, you got to do things for you, what makes you happy. And if they fall in and they, fit in your life as you're going, that's great. However it is the relationship works for you, that is your business. Just do not try to put a square in a circle. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, baby dolls, honey buns. It ain't gonna fit. It ain't gonna work. You're forcing something that should not be happening or in your life. With all that said and done, like I said, I'm here at the house. I'm about to go in so I can get myself together for the day. And I will talk to you guys later. And may you get home, work, or your destination of choice safe and sound in one piece. No hassle, fuss, trouble, problems, and misunderstanding. And definitely no meet and greets. You guys, get home safe and sound. And I will talk to you guys a little bit later. I look a hot ass mess. It is what it is. And all right. I don't know what else to say. I'm just stuck right now, but I'm about to go in this house. It's cold. I'll talk to y'all later. I promise I'm gonna talk to y'all later, okay?